What if the biggest mistake in cosmology isn't a wrong equation, but a wrong ruler? In the energy filament theory, redshift does not have to be a speedometer for galaxies running away. It could be a rhythm mismatch created by an evolving energy sea and evolving matter. So many precise cosmic numbers may be precise only inside the wrong measuring system. Last time we cracked the door open and showed a simple idea. Treating redshift as expansion speed is a choice, not a theorem forced by observation. The moment you make that choice, you silently bolt a huge dynamical engine onto the universe. Now you owe the universe a budget. Where does that giant motion come from? Who is doing work on everything? Why do we need dark energy to pay the bills? Why do apparent recession speeds cross the speed of light? And why does the model prefer an infinite universe so edge dynamics never have to be discussed? This episode goes one step deeper. If redshift is not automatically a velocity label, then what about the long chain of textbook numbers that hang from it? The age of the universe, the size of the observable universe, the distances assigned to high redshift galaxies, and even the fitted history of expansion itself. Here's how the standard pipeline really works. First, you measure redshift. That part is direct. You are literally reading where spectral features land. Next, inside the expansion framework, you treat that redshift as a dynamical marker. Then you combine it with distance indicators. Things like supernova used as standard candles to build a redshift distance curve. From that curve you infer an expansion history. From that history you infer an age. By asking how long it took to get from the early states to now, then you infer a scale. By translating that time and history into a horizon size and a radius for the observable universe. And after that, you label distant galaxies with distances as if a cosmic tape measure has been laid across the sky. It feels like one clean loop. But notice the asymmetry. Redshift is the only truly direct input. Almost everything else is a derived quantity. A translation that is only valid if the translation rules are correct. So if the first translation step is suspect, then the later numbers are not wrong measurements. They are second-hand readings taken with a possibly wrong ruler. You can picture it like this. Imagine you find an old vinyl record, but your turntable is running slightly fast. You play the record, and every song sounds higher and shorter. You might then write down the band plays in a higher key. Their songs are unusually short, and their tempo is crazy. Your notes will be consistent with each other. They will even be precise. But they will be precise about your turntable, not about the band. That is what a wrong ruler does. It turns a calibration issue into a story about the world. In this picture, the turntable speed is the cosmic yardstick, the micro-rhythms of matter, the tick rate of clocks, and the propagation efficiency of light through the sea. If those are allowed to evolve, then redshifts can encode evolution rather than recession. Then the meaning of distance versus redshift changes. And the entire chain of inferred ages and sizes needs to be re-audited. And here is why this is not just philosophical. The standard system already shows stress fractures that look like internal disagreements between rulers. The most famous is the Hubble tension, where nearby measurements using supernova and local distance ladders do not agree cleanly with values inferred from the cosmic microwave background under the standard model. Different distance indicators can pull the inferred parameters in slightly different directions. In some combinations, you even flirt with uncomfortable comparisons, like whether the universe's inferred age sits too close to the estimated ages of the oldest stars. None of these tensions automatically proves the mainstream story is false. But they did prove something important. The precise numbers are not sacred objects. They are model-dependent translations, and when translations disagree, the honest move is to ask if the ruler itself is stable. That's the punchline. If redshift is not a speedometer, then the age, size, and distance labels built on that assumption are not the universe speaking. They are a particular story's interior design, beautifully furnished, but still built on a chosen foundation. This episode is not going to dump a new age and a new size on the table, because producing a full replacement calibration is not a one-person weekend project. The responsible move right now is simpler. Mark the key premises that might be wrong. And stop worshipping derived numbers as if they were direct reality. Next, we tighten the lens on the forgotten questions behind all of this. What exactly is a cosmic standard in the first place? And should we assume it is rigid for billions of years if the underlying medium is evolving? Tap follow, share it on New Physics, Clear Universe.